where it kicks in, where I'm above the ambulance, looking down at my body with this group of people working on me, trying to revive me. It was like I could see through the ambulance. One of the worst parts of that is that while I was up above the ambulance looking through it and watching them work on me, I was feeling the worst anxiety, the worst loss, tragedy. Normally, I get really emotional during this part. Just even thinking about it gives me anxiety the way I felt because I was so confused of like what's happening. Why am I looking at my body? Why are these people seeming so distressed and working on me? And I remember they were drilling something into my knee to put a needle, an IV into my knee. That's one thing I remember that verifies my near death experience, that I was actually seeing what was going on while I was flatlining. That's when they started rushing me to the hospital, and I can't even describe the horrible feelings that I was feeling, and just the anxiety, scared, depression, loss, anything you can think of that is just makes you feel absolutely horrible is what I was experiencing there. And as it got to this point where I was so confused and terrified and wondering, like, what is this? All of a sudden, just went boom, instantly to another place. It was so crazy because it went from feeling like how people describe hell. That's what I feel like I was in some sort of realm, that just pure anxiety, sadness, depression, and just boom, instantly I was in another place. There was no like tunnels or white lights or anything like that, but I was just standing in this huge grass field, and all those bad feelings were gone. I remember looking down at the grass because I was feeling so much love coming to me all of a sudden, from being above that ambulance to boom, being in a grass field, and feeling so much love. And I remember when I looked down, I could tell that each blade of grass loved me. It's so hard to describe in words. I still try to think of the right words to describe it, but the grass was so green, the closest that I can come to. I mean, so vivid. And it's something that here on earth I pass by every day and it means nothing to me. But there, it was basically telling me it loved me and having me feel that. And as I looked out over the field, because I have bad eyesight, I have glasses, but wherever I was there, I remember looking out over the field towards this big hill in the distance that was just an arched hill. And I just saw all these indescribable colored lights